Hi Cancer, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your bonus reading number 1 for November 2018. Now we're coming up to the Christmas time period and you know we've only got sort of 7 weeks until Christmas, so what I really wanted to do was start some Christmas readings, and you know we're nearing the end of the year, so bonus reading number 1 is for single. You know, I don't do enough with singles and people who are looking for love. You know, and I think it's unfair in a way because all the love readings seem to be geared towards people in relationships or blah, blah, blah. So I really want to focus on those of you who are single or looking for love. You can still be in a relationship but looking for something better, something that's more conducive to you. So we're going to do the reading today called Will Cancerians Find True Love by Christmas 2018. There are 3 times I find in the year that people really want a partner if you're single and looking for love, or you know, or just looking for, you know, a really happy relationship. And number 1 is Valentine's. And number 2, because everybody wants to, you know, to be showered with gifts and taken out and treated nicely. Number 2 is the summertime, when you want to spend time in picnics and on the outside world doing nice things with a partner. And number 3 is Christmas, when you want to cuddle up by the fire and, you know, go to a nice pub and a nice drinking place and sit by the fire and looking into each other's eye and blah, 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 blah. Not for me, I don't give a shit about all that, but... And what I love my business, that's what I love doing. But I know for a lot of people, you would love this, you know, if you're single and unattached and blah, blah. So this is a good reading to have for you guys right now. Remember, it's general. So if it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, don't get your knickers in a twist, guys, because it is general. And for some of you, it's going to relate, and for some of you, not, okay? So for your reading, we're using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. And yeah, my favourite deck at the moment for the main reading. And we're using for your clarifiers the Giant Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which I'm absolutely in love with. These cards combine together so well and they just show up beautifully on the screen. So let's have a look then, Cancerians, and let's start shuffling the first cards. These ones here, obviously. Right, so Universe Spirit, show what's coming in for Cancer for Christmas. Will there be true love? This is a love reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. And these are personal readings, is what I forgot to mention on the website. So you can get these as personal readings on the website now if you want to order one. It's like an extended Celtic cross. So Universe Spirit, will true love come in for Cancerians by Christmas 2018? Will true love come in for Cancerians? Those who are single and looking for love. Will true love be coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer by Christmas 2018? Will true love be coming in for Cancerians by Christmas 2018? Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck into 3 like so. Let's collect that back up like so. And let's have a look. So first of all, we're going to put down what your main focus is on. This is you, your significator card, where you are in life at the moment, what you're doing, that type of thing. This is what's influencing you. And the influence position usually plays a big part in what your focus is on in the present. And this is usually the root issue showing here. This will be what you've experienced. So the root issue is stroke the distant past, and then you've got the recent past as well. And the most likely outcome for love coming in by December 2018. You've got the immediate future, so this is November to December. This is the most important part, but this is the you now position. I always start with that position there. Your influences coming in around this area are here, and your hopes or fears are here concerning relationships, and the overall outcome is here. Okay, so let's have a look for you. So let's have a look at what you show us, Cancerians then. You show us, yeah, wow, that's you. King of Cups can be read as Cancer or Scorpio. I think that you guys are showing us the King of Cups because you're ready for love. You are. You're ready for love. You're ready to be in a relationship. You know, you're single and you're looking for love. So if you're single and looking for love and you show us being the King of Cups, you're open and you're receptive to being in a relationship. And I think a lot of you guys are very open, very receptive, very emotionally open to that. You're showing as yourselves. The King of Cups, or the, you know, interchanges. King of Cups can be Cancer, Queen of Cups can be Scorpio. King of Cups can be Scorpio, Queen of Cups can be Cancer. Depends on whoever you want to kind of like interpret, whoever interprets it. But I can read this as a Cancerian energy as well. So you're very, very open to love. very receptive, very willing to have it. I feel that you guys are showing as being people who are very compassionate. You're very loving. You're very caring, Cancerians. And it's funny because a lot of Cancerians, we know that Cancerians can be deeply, deeply emotional and deeply, deeply romantic characters. So I feel that you're very, very, very open, receptive, emotionally open, emotionally willing, emotionally I feel that you're ready for love with this King of Cups energy. I feel that you're looking for someone who wants the same thing. Now, the root issue for you guys is all about the world energy, and I feel that you, the world is all about the attainment of a goal. And the world, when it comes to love, is also about finding your soulmate. Because when you get the world card, you find everything. Everything that you want in a person is the world. So the root issue is also, when you get the world energy, I think that there has been a great deal of maturity as well. Because the world card is all about, and also the world card is all about the ending of cycles. So I feel the root issue for you guys is you have entered a cycle. There's been a cycle that's ended and you've moved now into a new cycle in your life. And you're saying, well, I'm ready for love now. I'm open, I'm willing, and I'm ready because I have now finally, you know, finalised this cycle in my life that wasn't working, and I'm passing through into something new. For some of you guys, it's because I've learned a lot with the world energy. I've matured. I'm seeing things in a different way. I'm seeing things with this world card from a higher perspective, and that's why I'm ready for love right now with this King of Cups energy. It might be before some of you guys were players, or if you are watching, cross-watching, and you know a Cancerian, it might be that this Cancerian was a player with the world energy. But, you know, now they've changed. Now they've changed gears. Now they've come out of that and they've matured, because the world card is a card about maturity and maturing as an individual. Also, the world card is about finding the one and finding the person that completes you. Now, in the recent past, death. Okay, so I feel that the root issue for you guys is that there has been actually an ending of a cycle. Okay, and in the recent past, I feel that you've gone through some form of a positive change, a cycle. You've definitely closed the door, because you've got the world and death, and they're kind of the same thing. They actually mean the closing of one cycle and entering into another. So in the recent past, there has been a death. There's been an ending here with this death energy. I'll see what that ending is about, though. It could be an ending to whoever you are in terms of however you're seeing things. Let's have a look at what the death card is about. What's this death card about? Show me. Let's have a look at one card. There you go. The Devil. There was I think there's, for some of you guys, there was a relationship that you were bound to, because there's an ending to the Devil. The Devil is where you are chained, you're enslaved. And sometimes when you get the Devil card, it's about a karmic tie that you have to someone. And the Devil is probably the worst card that you can ever get when it comes to karmic ties. It's a really bad card, because I've been in this with somebody about 4 years ago, and it drove me fucking crazy. And then what the universe did was they sent this other guy in about a year ago. It's a nice enough chap, I guess, but he wasn't for me. And he broke the chain of the person. I realise now that the universe sent this other guy in because I needed to break the chain with this other person that I had cared about for so long. Because when me and this other guy last year finished, it didn't take me long to get over the person, which really meant that he wasn't a soulmate, he wasn't anything to me. He was just somebody that helped to fill that gap in, and they helped me to get over the other person. So sometimes when you've got the Devil energy, there really is this bondage, this tie that you have with another individual. It's a karmic tie. It's a karmic union, and it's unbreakable with that Devil. And sometimes you either need some cord cutting shit going on, or sometimes this is probably the worst twin flame energy that you can ever have, is the Devil. It's really bad as far as I'm concerned. The good thing is there's been an ending to this, and it's all about someone that you were enslaved to. Could be somebody that you were thinking about consistently with the Devil energy, because you have the root issue is all about you guys ending a cycle, and in the past you ended this bondage. So I feel that this root issue is about that you ended a cycle, and there's an ending finally to you guys being in a very toxic, could be for some of you guys a toxic relationship, could be for some of you guys a nasty karmic union that you've got going on there that is unbreakable until you either learn a lesson or somebody comes in to help you break that. Now you guys as a significator, who you're showing as is the Six of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups in the reverse means living in the past. So your significator shows that you have, you know, there's definitely bonds that you haven't broken here. All right. which is why the focus for you guys for the next, you know, by December 2018 in terms of love is on finding a new relationship, because what's influencing you is the moon. That's not good, I don't think. I don't know. The moon is influencing you. So the moon is illusions. The moon is deep desires as well. I think that you're influenced by your deep desire, actually. No, this is good, sorry. I think actually you're influenced by a deep desire with that moon energy. And your deep desire is to have a relationship, a new, fresh relationship, because you guys have been very, very, very tied and locked into the past. And that's what you're showing us. You're showing us somebody who keeps reliving the past with the Six of Cups energy. You're showing us being your significator card, and this is the first reversal, is the Six of Cups in the reverse. Okay, you're in a way, I think with the, it depends, because the Six of Cups in the upright is all about being a child, but the reverse could be, well, maybe this is growing up. So let's call it growing up instead. Let's just clarify that Six of Cups, because I don't want, to me it looks like in the past, because I don't want to say that you live in the past here. You are open and receptive. New relationship, the focus is on new relationship, Page of Cups, and your influence position is saying that you have a deep desire with this moon energy showing up here, because the root issue is that you ended one cycle in your life, and in the recent past you put an end to a relationship that was toxic or that had you enslaved or in bondage to it, and you as a significator are showing us the Six of Cups in reverse. Maybe it's showing you as growing up. What's this Six of Cups in the reverse? What do you mean by that they are showing us being the Six of Cups? It's all about the Seven of Wands. So I feel that this is all about you taking charge. So I feel that the Six of Cups in reverse, we could probably say this is about you guys becoming men, women. You're maturing. I think in the reverse it's saying your significator is showing very mature people who are now taking a stand with this Seven of Wands energy. You're now putting yourself first as well. And also the Six of Cups is about a soulmate. So we could probably look at this and saying, well, your significator is saying that you have broken away maybe from a soulmate energy. You're no longer looking at this relationship through tenderness, because you're taking a stand and you're putting yourself first. The Seven of Wands energy doesn't just show fighting against things, fighting for things. I think it also shows you taking a stand and starting to regain your confidence with that Seven of Wands energy, which is why the focus for you guys is the Page of Cups new relationships, because you have a deep desire to have that. I suppose it wasn't easy. I don't think whatever went on here, Cancerians, was easy at all. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy thing at all. But there's a certain realisation that some of you guys have really gone through. It wasn't an easy thing to do at all. Whoever this relationship was with in the past, it was a very, very, very strong one. Very, very strong one. One that you found very difficult to let go of, but you're doing it, which is good. And therefore, the most likely outcome for your love lives by December will be the Ace of Swords, okay? You might start communicating. The Ace of Swords is the beginning of a development, beginning to make plans. It's also the start of some form of communication. It might be also with the Ace of Swords, you're cutting yourself off away from the past, and now you're starting something new with the Ace of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Swords I feel is, when it comes to love, the Ace of Swords can be communicating with somebody new. The Ace of Swords can be clarity, seeing things clearly with the Ace of Swords energy. It's about breaking away from old habits as well with the Ace of Swords. So I definitely feel that you're on the right track with this Ace of Swords energy showing here. Let me just see what that Ace of Swords is about though and get more clarity on that card. What's this Ace of Swords about in one card? Because that's the most likely outcome. The King of Swords. So it might be you guys are starting to communicate, Cancerians, with the King of Swords energy. King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm seeing the most likely outcome is that you're starting to develop a chat, a communicative relationship with an individual here as a result of this. So there's somebody more than likely that will come in. This is about a King of Swords. I think that you're going to be communicating with such a person here. This is communication. Coming in, though, this is the most, because this is more than likely what will happen as a result of all these energies. All right, and I can see why it would be communication or just communicating and nothing more really, because, you know, you've had a hard time and you're really getting yourself back on your feet again now. Coming in, Cancerians, what you've got as an influence, you know, immediate future, so November going through to December. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. So there's a gathering happening here with the Four of Wands. I'm seeing you guys going out to a party, you're going out to Christmas parties, office parties with the Four of Wands energy showing up here, family gatherings with that Four of Wands energy, clubbing with the Four of Wands energy showing up here. It's a celebration, so you'll be celebrating a lot between November and December 2018. Now, influences around that celebration, what is it you're going to discover? The Six of Swords, okay? So influences around this, maybe some of you guys are going ice skating or something with the Six of Swords, but I feel that being around people here, I think that what you'll discover, you could discover somebody who's got your back maybe. This Six of Swords could again be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody who's following you, for example, somebody who's interesting, showing some interest in supporting you maybe, but it might just be as a mental thing. All of these celebrations going on here are allowing you finally to, you know, find the clarity that you need, because the Six of Swords, when it's reversed, is all about mental blockages. But with the Six of Swords in the upright, you're able to move on and you're actually following a new path and you're seeing things a lot more clearly. So I feel that this time of celebration with the Four of Wands energy is going to allow you influences around that. Might be that you've got, some of you guys are going ice skating. It might be some of you guys, you have somebody who's kind of keeping an eye on you, following you, talking to you, supporting you. It might just be friends here. For some of you guys, it might simply be, because I find that with the Six of Swords, if it's going to be a love card, that card, it's got to be a relationship that you've been in for a long time. So I would never read this card as a card at the start of a relationship, not unless somebody's kind of following you or looking at you. I wouldn't read this as a card at the beginning of a relationship. It makes no sense, not unless you already know the individual, which more than likely you don't. Only if the most likely outcome is you're kind of communicating with this individual and coming in, you're kind of going out on dates, Four of Wands with this individual, and influence is coming in, you're finding that this person's supporting you. Potentially, maybe it could be that. If this is more than likely, this will happen. However, what actually happens so far is that you've got a family gathering going on here, or a party, or some form of a work celebration, or whatever it is, going out with friends with the Four of Wands. And it might be with these friends, you've got lots and lots of support, Six of Swords energy. So it might be finally you're able to see your way clearer, overcoming a turbulent time through the help of family, friends, and people who love you and support you. Now, your hopes or fears will be the Fool. I think the hope is really, it keeps showing for you guys, you want a new beginning. You want to take a risk. You want to take a leap of faith. The overall outcome will be, and the fear, that's a hope, but with a fear, this is probably somebody who's not committed. The overall outcome from the Four of Wands energy and that Six of Swords for love is the Hermit. Okay, so, you know, the Hermit is, I don't think that this is withdrawal. I just think that with the Hermit energy here, I think that some of you guys are probably, I don't know what it is, because you might be but there's, the outcome is the Hermit. It might be that you're still taking a bit of time out here just to find yourselves, because Hermits do suggest withdrawal, especially I find when they're on their own. If there's a card in front and then the Hermit sits behind, it's looking into that card. I want to see what it is that you've got the back turned to. We'll get the cards here. See what it is. The Two of Swords. Okay. Well, I think that you're withdrawing from loneliness here with the Two of Swords, because I think that you've had your, you know, I think that you've flanked yourself with the Two of Swords energy. The Two of Swords is, it's a multitude of things. Sometimes when you get the Two of Swords in a love reading, it's somebody who's got a decision, faced with a decision. I think that you're not willing to make any decisions right now concerning love. It might be with the Six of Swords. I'll see what that Six of Swords is about, actually. What's this Six of Swords about? In one card. What's the Six of Swords about in one card? The Sun. Okay. The Sun card is all about positive new beginnings. So I feel that, you know, you've got all of these events coming up, Cancerians, and the influence around those events will be that mentally you guys will become a lot clearer. I feel that you're going to start really finding that you're overcoming this energy here that you've experienced in a prior relationship. And this is all about kind of mentally, you've got some new ideas here. Possibly could be about new beginnings with this Sun energy showing here. I'm not reading this as a person. I feel that mentally you're seeing your way way, you know, you'll see your way through with this Six of Swords energy. And this is all about a new beginning that you guys have. And I feel that this new beginning, the overall outcome is the Hermit. This is all about you. So this is all about you finding a time of introspection here. One in which I think it's about, with this Two of Swords, it's actually about focusing on yourself. Because Two of Swords is also about self-focus. I feel that, you know, more than likely you're going to have loving. I see you communicating for some of you guys with an individual here. But I feel that the overall outcome is, from this area here, is about with the Hermit energy. You're kind of, number one, withdrawing Hermit from making any decisions. Two of Swords. I think number two with the Hermit energy, yeah, you do have more than likely communication coming in with an individual here. But I feel the overall outcome from this as well with this Hermit energy is that there is the need to do a lot of focusing on the self, a lot of introspection, a lot of studying, because you're focusing on yourself here. The Two of Swords I read is also as being a card about self-focus. Sometimes when you get the Sun with the Two of Swords, this is somebody who's very focused on their ego with the Two of Swords and the Sun energy. But I feel that you're very focused on, you might be very focused on making some changes with that Death energy showing there, because the Death card is all about changes and transformation, and you've got it there as well. Okay, so you might be very focused with the Two of Swords energy. And also, you know, the Two of Swords is like a pair of scissors. So this is, you know, this is cutting. All right, so it might be that you're not ready with this Hermit. The Hermit has its back to the Two of Swords. So you're not ready, possibly, to cut away, you know, and make those changes right now, to be in a relationship. So it might be with these three cards, some of you guys aren't ready, because the Hermit is withdrawal. So it might be the overall outcome. Yeah, you might have a good time here and you're thinking more clearly and more positively. It's about being positive with the Sun energy. It's about being optimistic. It's about new beginnings. So you're thinking clearly about positive things, about optimistic things here. It might be that you're thinking with the, you know, influences around this. You might be talking in a family gathering or, you know, gathering with friends about travel with the Six of Swords, maybe to a really hot place. And it might be for some of you guys, therefore, the overall outcome with the Hermit says, well, I'm withdrawing from love for the time being with the Hermit energy showing here, because this is about the Two of Swords energy. So it might be that you're withdrawing from making any decisions. Those decisions might be to do with a major change within your life, transformation. You know, you've come out of one situation and then you go into another and you say, I don't want that. For some of you guys, it might be, well, the overall outcome with the Hermit energy says, well, the overall outcome for Cancerians, I think I'm going to withdraw from a relationship for a bit, because it's all about with the Two of Swords, focusing on me, blocking love out and focusing on me. Okay, focusing maybe on creating those changes within myself with the Death card as well. Okay. Might be for some of you guys are saying, well, I'm withdrawing from love because I'm focusing on putting up my barriers at the moment against change, or against people that come in. Maybe there's a Scorpio person around you or something like that. People that come in and want me to change or want to introduce themselves into my life. You have the opportunities, I think, to do it here. But it almost feels like to me that you don't take it, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. I just feel that you do have, you know, some form of a... here, and it's not showing up strongly, I think, in your reading. I do feel that, you know, your focus is on having a new relationship, and you do have a deep desire for that. I think that you do have a deep desire for love. This Moon energy here, a deep desire, is your influence position for love, the Page of Cups. But I feel that you, as a significator, I think that you've grown up with this Six of Cups energy, and you realise that you need to be far more... not guarded, but far more selective with the Seven of Wands. I think that what's influencing you, Cancerians, is that you have grown up with this Six of Cups energy showing here. I don't think this is living in the past. I think that you've literally, as a significator, you're showing as people who are far beyond your years now. You've really matured with that Six of Cups in the reverse here, and you realise that you have to, with the Seven of Wands energy as well, protect yourself. But as a result of that, I feel that, you know, even though your deep desire is to, you know, you have a deep desire here, I feel that the focus is, yeah, new relationships would be nice. And as a result of that, it says, well, yeah, there could be communication with an individual here. This King of Swords is an analytical person, very clever, very witty, very funny, very communicative. You're developing a relationship, I think, through communication with this individual here. But remember, let's quickly do the reading before we finish. Love coming in by Christmas. You guys are ready and you're open for that with the King of Cups energy. You're showing us the King of Cups. You're ready, you're receptive, you're open, you're willing. You want love to come in because you've ended a cycle in your life here with the World energy. And I feel in the past you put an end to a very toxic relationship for some of you guys. You've put an end to a very nasty karmic union that had to be broken here. And I feel that what's influencing you is that you do have a deep desire here with this moon energy, and that's why your focus is with the page. And also I'm going to have a look at what that page moon is about, because it might be that you're under an illusion is with the moon energy. So let's have a look at what the moon is about. What's this moon about? What's the moon about? What do you mean by that they are influenced by the moon? Because that can be an illusion. Why are they influenced by the moon? What's that about in one card? The Three of Swords. Okay. So it's all about heartbreak, the Three of Swords energy showing here. Okay. But also the Three of Swords. See, the moon and the Three of Swords, this can be like a secret tryst. This can be like an illusion or a deceptive relationship, third-party situation going on here. So maybe what's influencing you is that you had a cheat. I read these two cards together as being cheating cards. Some tarot readers read Three of Swords as clearing. I read it as clearing when it's reversed. I read it as, you know, heartbreak in the upright or third party. And because we've got the moon, somebody who's been deceptive and illusionary and somebody who's kept secrets, might be that there was, what is influencing you is that there was a secret here with the moon energy. One in which with the Three of Swords energy, there was betrayal with the Three of Swords energy. Somebody could have cheated on some of you guys. And as a result of that, your focus is on the Page of Cups energy. New relationships. But I feel that this needs to show me something here. What's this Page of Cups show with? What's this Page of Cups showing with? Let's have a look. Well, no, it's the Queen of Wands. So this is like new relationship. This could be Queen of Wands, male or female. All right, so male or female. Or this is attracting in. Queen of Wands is attracting. But this is a new relationship potentially with the Queen of Wands. So I feel that what's influencing you, or the, you know, Queen of Wands as a person, this is somebody who is... See, I don't think the focus for you guys is on how... Because Queen of Wands is a sexual character. If she's shown as maybe, I don't know, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords maybe, or even Queen of Pentacles, I'd have said yeah. But she's different, this lady is here. Queen of Wands is very ambitious. She's very body orientated. She's very sexually orientated. So this is a new... The focus is on this with the Queen of Wands. Maybe somebody that you're attracted to here. Cancerians. But what's influencing you is that there's been some form of a secret tryst, or maybe there's a... Because you ended a cycle here. You're ready for love here. Because the root issue is that you ended a cycle here. Okay, with the world energy. But if you're ready for love with the King of Cups energy, then your focus possibly is on an attraction, developing a relationship with the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female, or somebody who's really, really attractive. Somebody who's got the energy and the qualities of the Queen of Wands. Somebody who's vivacious, outgoing, sexy, or the rest of it. So it might be, yeah, I'm open to love for some of you Cancerians, and I'm focusing on starting something here with this Queen of Wands person here. But what's influencing me is that I've been hurt in the past. I had somebody who lied to me. They covered a lot of shit up with that moon and the Three of Swords energy showing here. And the root issue for me now is ending this pattern of behaviour with the world energy, because what I've done in the past is I put an end to this toxic relationship, and I think it was a toxic relationship that some of you guys have. But I feel that your significator says that you've really grown up. You've really, really grown up with the Six of Cups energy here. So you're learning how to now be more selective with that Seven of Wands. So I feel that more than anything, as a result of that, the outcome, more than likely the outcome for December 2018, is that you're really just communicating. You're looking to communicate with somebody who is perhaps not so vivacious and, you know, sexually outgoing and really attractive, but more you're looking to communicate maybe with somebody who is quite intellectual, and it isn't all about the body or the face or the this or the that, but there's somebody that you can build up a communicative relationship with, because maybe you've had these patterns that now you want to come to an end because you're always dealing with this type of narcissist. I'm not saying Queen of Wands aren't all, don't get your knickers in a twist if you've got, you know, Aries or Leo in your chart, please don't. But Queen of Wands can sometimes be narcissistic because she knows how good looking she is, whether she's reversed or in the upright, she can be like that. And you're very attracted to that type of individual, but you do realise that you've been hurt by that type of individual as well with that moon and the Three of Swords, Cancerians, and you want an ending to this cycle, and you've had to end this toxic relationship that you had here in the past. And as a significator, you're saying, actually, I am grown. Even though I'm open to love, I'm very grown up now with this Six of Cups. I'm no longer living with the, with the rose-tinted glasses on. And I realise that I have to be a little bit more selective with the Seven of Wands. So therefore, more than likely, it's going to be that I'm just going to start communicating with people who possibly I feel are far more intelligent, more like-minded, with the analytical edge of the King of Swords energy showing up here. Some of you guys, it might be more than likely, though, it doesn't have to be that you communicate this is a love partner. It might be, well, if you've had problems, you're always kind of going for people of a certain type with that Queen of Wands, good looking, vivacious, sexy, blah, blah. But, you've been hurt. What's influencing you is that there's been secrets here, secret third-party situations, which this type of person does often get themselves involved in, which for you guys have experienced. I'm not saying she does that, but some of you guys have experienced a person that does that quite often. And you just want to end the cycle. The root issue is all about you ending a cycle. And you had to end a bad, toxic relationship with this person because you've matured up and you've put those barriers in place now with the Seven of Wands, and you said, no more. I need to be more selective. It might be that because you're kind of blocking whoever this person is out, it might be that some of you guys are going to, more than likely by December 2018, you're going to be communicating. It could be with a specialist. King of Swords is also a head doctor, a counsellor. So some of you guys, if you've had problems with the relationship, it might be by the end of December you say, you know what, so I don't carry on attracting a certain type in all the time. Maybe I'll go and discuss this Ace of Swords with a specialist, a counsellor, a King of Swords. Coming in, there's a lot of pleasure to be had though, Cancerians. A really good time. Happiness, joy, partying, food, wine, all the rest of it. And I feel that this is going to help you to progress mentally with this Six of Swords, as you guys are going to be looking to positive new beginnings, feeling more optimistic about life, possibly travelling to hot places, hot destinations. And, your hope is that you just want a new beginning with this Fool energy. Your fear is you don't want people coming in who aren't committed to your cause and what you want. I think the overall outcome from these cards is good, because I feel that some of you guys are looking to withdraw from love for a little bit, Cancerians, with that Hermit energy. And I feel that the focus probably with this Two of Swords is maybe with the Death card, creating changes within your own world. I feel that you're very focused, because the Two of Swords, when you get the Two of Swords and another card sometimes the focus, she's so self-focused. She doesn't see anything else, no emotion, no nothing. But the other card, if this was the Sun, she'd probably be focused on her own ego, on the self, very focused on the self. But you're focused on creating some changes, and those changes might be within yourself with that Death card as well. So I just feel that some of you guys have had a tough run of it with love, Cancerians, and you are really focusing on, you might be, you've got the Five of Coins here as well, and the Five of Coins is a lack of value when it comes to love. Okay, so you say, I'll withdraw from love because I'm going to focus on changing, with the Five of Coins, maybe my feelings, how I feel about myself, my lack of value, or maybe what I want to change, what I'm going to focus on is transforming these, these unhealthy relationships, or changing the unhealthy relationships that come to me in my life with the Five of Coins. Because Five of Coins, when it comes to love, can be lacking a relationship, it can be an unhealthy relationship, but it can also be a lack of value, because coins represent value, and this is the value that we don't hold for ourselves when we've lost things. So it might be, how can I change the lack of value? My focus is on changing how I feel about myself, because I don't feel much value, and I recognise that I have to grow up and be more selective, because I've been hurt. I've been hurt, and what's influencing me is that there's been secrets. Somebody was very, very discreet, perhaps with a three-party situation, okay, showing here. But as a result of that, my focus is on, starting these relationships, the Page of Cups, being emotionally interested in these really good-looking types of individuals with the Queen of Wands energy. But I know that I've got to end this cycle, because I've had to recently end a toxic relationship to do with this type of person that caused me an injury. And maybe I need to discuss this with a counsellor or somebody like that to see why I keep recreating these patterns. Good things coming in, making you feel very positive, giving you that mental clarity to start building new things with the Sun energy. And the overall outcome from that says, well, in terms of love, I think I might withdraw for a little bit. I'm going to focus on creating changes in terms of maybe my own lack of value, or how this situation has made me lack value within myself. So I think it's a very good reading, to be honest with you, because this is a reading that says, well, it's not so much, I mean, this could be love here, but I think it'll just be conversation with someone. I think this is more for some of you guys, maybe talking to a friend or a counsellor about maybe you're consistent recreating these patterns of relationships for some of you guys that don't work out. But it's good, because what you do by the end of December is you start, for some of you guys, if it resonates with you, you start saying, well, if I want true love to come in, well, I need to start, I don't feel valuable at the moment with this 5 of coins, I'm not feeling good. You know, the end of lack. So I'm focusing on ending this lack. Maybe this poor time, this drought that you have in terms of, you know, love and the type of relationship that you have coming in. So I think I'll withdraw as I focus on ending this time of lack in terms of love, lack in terms of me. You want the very best, Cancerians, but you recognise that a lot of these changes have got to start with you as well. All right, that is your love reading between November and December 2018. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.